This is a reading of 1969's Pressbook of Alfred Hitchcock's 1960 movie, Psycho. Follow along as I read aloud. Publicity, Psycho, Universal City Studios. The cast: Norman Bates, Anthony Perkins, Lila Crane, Vera Miles, Sam Loomis, John Gavin, Milton Arbogast, Martin Balsam, Sheriff Chambers, John McIntyre, Dr. Richmond, Simon Oakland, Marion Crane, Janet Leigh. Production credits: produced and directed by Alfred Hitchcock. Screenplay by Joseph Stefano, based on the novel by Robert Bloch. Director of Photography, John L. Russell. ASC, Pictorial Consultant, Saul Bass. Art Directions, Joseph Hurley and Robert Clatworthy. Set Decorations, George Milo. Unit Manager, Lou Leary. Assistant Director, Hilton A. Green. Edited by George Tomasini. Costume Supervisor, Helen Colvig. Makeup Supervision, Jack Barron and Robert Dawn. Hairstylist, Florence Bush. Sound recording by Walden O. Watson and William Russell. Music by Bernard Herrmann. A Universal re-release. Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, exactly as originally shot, is Universal re-release. With every scene intact, the way it was originally made, Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho is being re-released by Universal. Opening at the theater, acclaimed the master shock film of all times. It stars Anthony Perkins, Vera Miles, John Gavin, and Janet Leigh as Marion Crane, and co-stars Martin Balsam and John McIntyre. Included in the current showing are many scenes the TV version did not dare show. The much talked about blood-curdling shower bath sequence occurs exactly 44 minutes after the start, and incidentally, no one will be admitted to see Psycho except from the very beginning. The picture has been rated M, suggested for mature audiences. The bare story outlines, supplied by Hitchcock himself, describes Psycho as the story of a young woman who steals a fortune and encounters a young man long under the domination of his mother. The mother, to quote Hitchcock, is a homicidal maniac. With typical Hitchcock aptness, the electrifying story is laid against the eerie background of an isolated motel and a brooding Victorian mansion. Time: the present. Based on an inner sanctum mystery novel, Hitchcock stresses the bizarre. The film opens with a torrid love scene between Miss Leigh and Gavin. The film's other stars, Perkins and Miles, are not involved in the scene which had been described as sexy. Hitchcock believes that such a scene has its place. Sex in films should be only for the purpose of explaining a situation or advancing the story, he says. Give audiences too much sex, or in bad taste, as subconsciously they will rebel, laugh, or become embarrassed. There isn't very much laughter in Psycho. Suspense, drama, and downright terror takes precedence. An ordinary man in an extraordinary situation is Alfred Hitchcock's formula for a successful movie. When he is asked, and it happens often, about his formula for the many successful film hits he has created, Alfred Hitchcock declares, "It's very simple. Get an ordinary man into an extraordinary situation, keep him in hot water until the climax, but," he adds, "it should be done with humor. Don't take the plot too seriously, no matter how bizarre. Audiences demand only one thing: to be entertained." Because it meets this criteria, Universal is re-releasing with every scene intact the way it was originally made, Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. It comes to the theater and no one will be admitted to the showing except from the beginning. Included are many scenes the TV version did not dare show, or were cut in length. For those who remember the much talked about blood-curdling shower bath sequence, it occurs exactly 44 minutes after the start. Based on an inner sanctum mystery novel, Psycho stars Anthony Perkins, Vera Miles, John Gavin, and Janet Leigh as Marion Crane. It co-stars Martin Balsam and John McIntyre. Psycho star Anthony Perkins said to be happy with what he's doing. Anthony Perkins, currently at the theater, starring in the Universal re-release of Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, has more than fulfilled his family heritage. Son of a former actor, the late Osgood Perkins, Tony has had a number of resounding hits on Broadway, including Tea and Sympathy, Look Homeward Angels, and Green Willow. In motion pictures, from his first major role in The Friendly Persuasion, for which he won an Academy Award nomination, he has since been starred in many major films. Among these are On the Beach, Fear Strikes Out, and most recently, for Universal Production France, The Champagne Murders. Writers who have interviewed Perkins have exhausted their adjectives describing him: shy, sensitive, intelligent, alert, witty, etc. In short, quite a guy. However, it remains for one studio worker to sum up all the opinions in one sentence. Tony is a very pleasant guy, apparently happy with what he is doing. In Psycho, he starred with Vera Miles, John Gavin, and Janet Leigh. Martin Balsam and John McIntyre co-star in the blood-curdling thriller, which is so unique, audiences will only be admitted from the very beginning. Shorts. For the first time in 10 years, Alfred Hitchcock and his family were reunited professionally on the set where he made his famous chiller, Psycho. Currently being re-released by Universal and coming to the theater. The occasion was his daughter's first scene in the film, which stars Anthony Perkins, Vera Miles, John Gavin, and Janet Leigh, in which she plays a secretary and a friend of Janet's. It was her first film role for her famous father since she appeared in Strangers on a Train. Discussing his daughter's appearance in Psycho, Hitchcock said, "After 10 years, I thought it was the time I gave her a job. The re-release has every scene intact, exactly as it was originally made, including many scenes the TV version did not dare show." Vera Miles, who came to the films by winning the Miss Kansas Beauty title and placing third in the Miss America pageant in Atlantic City, is currently at the theater in the Universal re-release of Alfred Hitchcock's blood-curdling suspense thriller, Psycho. She stars with Anthony Perkins, John Gavin, and Janet Leigh. The Psycho re-release has every scene intact as it was originally made and includes many sequences the TV version did not dare show. And to heighten the impact and thrills, Mr. Hitchcock has asked the theaters do not admit audiences after the showing begins. Handsome John Gavin has a succession of important film roles since he appeared in Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, which is now being re-released at Universal and comes to the theater. Most recently he has been seen in the highly successful film musical Thoroughly Modern Millie and the re-release of the classic Spartacus. When Alfred Hitchcock approached Janet Leigh to play Marion Crane in his mystery chiller Psycho, she jumped at the opportunity to work with the famed producer-director, even though the role called for her to be somewhat of a heavy. The picture, a Universal re-release, comes to the theater. "I start off the film by stealing a small fortune," she says delightedly. Hitchcock was equally delighted that Miss Leigh was available, a compliment to her acting ability. The Psycho re-release contains every scene intact as it was originally made. In addition to Miss Leigh, it stars Anthony Perkins, Vera Miles, and John Gavin. Alfred Hitchcock's thrill drama Psycho, with every scene intact from its original version, returns as a Universal re-release to the theater, since it includes many scenes the television version did not dare show, which heightens the impact and the thrills. Audiences will be admitted only before the beginning of each screening. In addition to making more than 50 feature motion pictures, which includes his current re-release of Universal's Psycho. Now at the theater, Alfred Hitchcock has been involved in more than 350 television programs. In fact, in the Alfred Hitchcock Presents series, there are 268 30-minute shows and 93 full-hour shows. The current re-release of Psycho, starring Anthony Perkins, Vera Miles, John Gavin, and Janet Leigh as Marion Crane, contains every scene of the original version, including many scenes that the television version did not dare show. The famous shower bath sequence takes place exactly 44 minutes after the start of the film. To heighten the thrills, Mr. Hitchcock has asked that no one be admitted after the showing begins, and the theater will comply with this request. Psycho 1B. Janet Leigh steals a large sum of money from her employer and sets off the chain of circumstances that give horror and suspense to Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, a Universal re-release. Still number 506128. Psycho 2B. A Victorian-style house takes on a brooding character of its own as an asset of Alfred Hitchcock's thrilling suspense drama, Psycho, a Universal re-release shown exactly as it was originally made. The film co-stars Anthony Perkins, Vera Miles, John Gavin, and Janet Leigh as Marion Crane. Still number 506117. Psycho 1A. Anthony Perkins is a young man too long under the domination of his mother in Alfred Hitchcock's thrilling suspense story, Psycho, a Universal re-release of the entire original production. Still number 506132. Psycho 2A. Protagonists in Alfred Hitchcock's suspense shocker, Psycho, are Anthony Perkins and Janet Leigh. The Universal re-release, which also co-stars Vera Miles and John Gavin, contains many scenes television did not dare show. To ensure the full thrilling impact, audiences will be permitted to see it only from the beginning. Still number 506115. Use free teaser trailer well in advance. The master of suspense, Alfred Hitchcock, does the sales pitch on a free teaser trailer for Psycho. He stresses that this is the original version, containing all the scenes many that TV did not dare show. Use this on your own screen well in advance and at other theaters for cross-plugging. Follow with the regular trailer for maximum results. Both are available for National Screen Service. Free commercials for television feature Alfred Hitchcock. With Alfred Hitchcock appearing on camera, a complete set of new television spots have been created for Universal's re-release of Psycho, in a variety of time lengths to fit any schedule and budget. They are furnished in complete sets free. Order your free television spots on Psycho. With your order, please include the call letters of the stations that will present the spots. Radio spots free. Hitchcock reads them. Alfred Hitchcock does the radio commercials on Psycho. The spots, which come in a variety of lengths, are furnished free all on a single transcription. Order the radio spot transcription on Psycho. Thrilling suspense in set of stills. The suspense of Psycho, as it was originally made, is stressed in a set of black and white stills available from National Screen Service. Use them for all display purposes. Day-glow title display. An attention-attracting display in brilliant reflecting day-glow colors contains title as well as a photo illustration. In its full size, it measures 24 by 82, which can be easily converted to 24 by 60 by eliminating the illustration. National Screen Service has this useful display item. Deluxe High-Rise Standee. Outstanding in full color, an excellent advertising display. Convertible as a wall hanger where floor space is limited. Budget price is $9.95 for the Standee, with the reusable extension pole costing only $150. Order from National Screen Service. Satin banner accessories. Special 3-piece streamer, size 15 feet, $21.50 each. Deluxe fluorescent sectional valance, $2.15 per running foot. Minimum order 10 feet, 9x12 flags or wall banners, $80. Single faced or $145 double faced. Usher badges, 50 cents each. In U.S., order direct from your nearest National Screen Service. In Canada, order from Consolidated Theatre Services. All these items manufactured by National Flag and Display Co. I hope you enjoyed this little reading of Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho from 1960. This press book was released in 1969, and if you have not seen Psycho from 1960s yet, I would compel you to watch it for the thrills, chills, and the shocking thriller. Trust me, you'll be glad you enjoyed Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. Believe me. And if you ever decide to go there, stay away. Coming soon, Psycho 2. Thanks so much for listening. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more video content. Please leave your comments down below. Or Mother, we'll do something about it. As I said, stay away from the Bates Motel.